My name is Brittany Becker. Today I will be talking about the topic of tsunamis and if we can stop them from happening. A tsunami in Japanese means huge wave. According to Webster's dictionary, the definition is a very high, large wave in the ocean that is usually created by an earthquake under the sea and that can cause great destruction when it reaches land. A tsunami starts when there is a trigger that creates an onset. The trigger is typically an earthquake, an underwater landslide, or a volcanic eruption. Out of the three of these, the most typical trigger is an earthquake. After the onset, the wave splits as an amplified. In the picture on the left, you can see this. You can also see in the top of the picture on the left the onset and the splitting of the wave. On the picture on the right is run-up. Run-up demonstrates how far and how high inland the tsunami hits. A tsunami can get to be around 100 feet. The higher the wave is, the slower it travels, though, which has some pros and cons that I'll explain later. A tsunami travels at speeds of around 115 miles an hour, which is the equivalent of 960 kilometers an hour. In addition, 85% of the tsunamis have started in an area of the Pacific Ocean referred to as the Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire has a lot of fault lines along it, which it makes the area more prone to underwater earthquakes and volcanoes, which are the main causes of tsunamis. Tsunamis are a very powerful force in nature and often cause lots of damages. There is often death, buildings that are destroyed, as well as land that is destroyed. In addition, rescue crews spend a lot of time and effort trying to find lost people and getting people who are buried under the debris of buildings and fallen trees and plants. It takes a lot of time and money to try to rebuild and restore these places that are destroyed by the path of a tsunami. Unfortunately, there is nothing we can do to prevent tsunamis because we are not able to prevent earthquakes, volcanoes, or any of the other things that are triggers that create tsunamis. While there is no way to prevent a tsunami from happening, you can take these precautionary steps to try to reduce the damages done by a tsunami. First, you can have tsunami education to prevent locals about what steps they should take if they find out a tsunami is headed towards their land. You need to have a way to warn people quickly. In many third world countries, they don't know if a tsunami is heading for land and are not ready prepared when it hits. In addition, people need to build buildings on high points of land and build them well to where they are able to withstand the hits of the waves. You can have trees, ditches, etc. to slow the water and to try to slow it down before it reaches land. In addition, you can have angled infrastructures to try to steer the water away from where most people live and avoid destroying a lot of areas. To conclude my findings, we discovered that there is no way to prevent a tsunami from happening. The best you can do is put in precautionary steps to reduce the damages done by a tsunami. The sites where I got my information from. Thanks for listening. Bye.